friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with C6 Stitch, and today is Saturday, April 5th, 2025. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you are here spending part of your day or your evening with me. It's been a couple weeks since I saw you last, so it's really great to see you all. I did miss you, but I had a great time. I went to Dallas for spring break to visit a friend of mine who's from college. I'll insert some pictures here. We went to the Arboretum. Saw some beautiful flowers, a lot of tulips, but it was gorgeous. And we did some other fun things and mostly just caught up with her family. And it was a lovely, lovely trip. Flights were just fine. Everything was pretty much on time, if not a little bit early. So no complaints there. And then it was just jump right back into classes. So we have about 4 weeks left, I think, of classes. Yeah, 4 weeks left in the semester, and then I'm teaching 2 classes this semester, so we'll have finals week, and then graduation, and then it will feel like the semester's over, and we'll move into, summer's busy too, but it'll be a different kind of busy. Thank you all for all your comments. Last time I uploaded, for all the birthday wishes. I had a wonderful birthday. It was very chill. It was very relaxing. Jackie and I snuggled a lot. Did I get a nap in? It's been a couple weeks now. I think I got a nap in, probably. The guess is yes. If we're going to guess if I got a nap or not. We'll say yes to the nap. And yeah, it was just very chill. I went to brunch with a friend of mine. I mentioned I had seen Hamilton just a few days before my birthday, and I went to Texas. So it was a great birthday. I felt very loved, and I feel older and wiser. Just kidding. Also, thank you all for your advice on the Chatelaine Alpine Garden. I asked about the little pathway that I had accidentally stitched the wrong color. The vast majority of you said leave it. A handful of you said it would bother me, I would rip it out. A couple of you said, if you're going to rip it out, you may have to rip out a lot of the area around it. What I'm going to do, what I landed on, is I'm going to leave it for now. And I figure I can always go back to it if I want to change it. But a couple of you brought up, it looks like it's very prominent now because there's very little of the whole chart done. But once the whole chart is done, you may not even notice it. So I'm going to leave it for now, and then I'll see if it continues to bother me. So thank you so much for your advice, on that. Some of you had some really funny comments, like, it's just between me and the cloth. The cloth and I. It's just between the cloth and I. Nobody needs to know. So you all crack me up. So thank you so much. Okay, let's get into the stitching, shall we? I have a lot to show. I'm looking over here. I have a big stack to show you of stitching because we have 2 weeks worth, and we started Springo in April, which I'll explain when we get there. But first, let's finish up March. So March, my 25/7 piece and my birthday start, which I really started at the beginning of March, is this Thea Governor. It's called American Wildflowers. I started in the middle, which is in this section right in here. So you will be able to see that. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Mellowstone by Atomic Ranch, and this is how far I got. I did spend my birthday evening, I think I mentioned I wasn't sure what I was going to stitch on. I stitched on this on my birthday evening. So I got a good chunk of time on it because it's just slow going. It's very, very pretty. It is starting to look, you have a spot on you. There we go. You didn't even notice, did you? But I did. So it felt good to get a good chunk of time done on this one. Because it's just slow going. It's very confetti heavy. You have to change colors a lot. There's 80 colors, so you spend some time searching for the right color and all that. But I am doing this 1/2, which I should write down before I put it away, so I remember. It's 1/2 because I'm using the kit, not the kit fabric, but it did come with fabric. But I'm using the kit floss, so that's where we landed at. So this will go away. I'm not sure when it will come out. Well, for sure next year. I'm not sure if it'll be out sooner than that or not, but I do enjoy it. And I love that you're kind of, I mean, you can kind of tell now, right? Like I'm right there and it actually looks like that. So that's exciting. So I really enjoyed working on this, especially when I was able to give it like a full evening of stitching. So that was my March 25 7 piece. So that's going to go away now. Then we have worked, since I saw you last, we have worked twice on our montage. This is Spring Montage, artwork by Janet Stever, charted by Pain Free Crafts. And of course, we're up here in the first box. I'm maybe right in here. So just past, I always think of this as the midpoint, but just past that. So right in here. This one is very different from the winter one that we were working on, that I was working on, because right, winter has all those leaves and you can kind of have a identifier of, okay, I finished one leaf, I'm moving on to the next. This just has like a lot of the same colors. So I've worked on this twice since I saw you. I've put in a total of 753 stitches and I am now at 6.45%. It doesn't look like much because really it's just a couple colors. Now, the nice thing about it is that there are blocks of color in this one. So where I'm at anyway is a little bit less confetti heavy. So I'm able to get a good chunk done. So I did a little bit down here. I pulled this border out and then I worked in here in this area mostly. So that's where we're at with Spring Montage. Continuing to work on that. I have to put it on the ground because I'm out of room on my desk. My desk is not particularly small either. I just don't have room. Okay, so then we worked on Alpine Garden, which is the chatelaine, and this was to finish up my birthday month. I did a center start. This is the pathway. I mentioned that I put a brown in there and it should have been like a blue-green. Okay, so I finished the over one down. So you have the pathway, and then on either side, this picture isn't the best, but on either side is little like flowers. Those are 1/1. So I finished up those, which was my goal. Now the eagle is 1/1, and there's some clouds in the sky that are 1/1. I was over the 1/1. So I moved down here to this section right there, which is 2/2. Because I just needed, my eyeballs needed a break. So this is where we're landing. I did put in that one cloud. I'm going to rip it out because I realized it's 2/2 instead of 1/2. Or it might be 1/2. I don't know. I'm going to take it out because it's supposed to be 1/1. But you can see, so I got this floral area done. It looks very pretty. I'll hold it a little closer for you. And I saw Dina half stitch, cross stitch, who did go up here, and she is done with the eagle. I still have to put the eagle in there. But I just went over here and started in the 2/2, just to give my eyes and brain a little bit of a break. So this is where we finished up. I feel pretty good about the progress. You know, I got this area done, this pathway done, this area done, and this area done. So I feel pretty good about that I think I ended up working out 4 days in March. So I'm happy with that. This will go away. It will probably not come out again until next year. But slowly but surely we're making progress on it. Alpine Garden counted for the March acrostic for Magazine Monthly Challenge. Our acrostic for March was Sparkle, and that counted for the A for Alpine Garden and the K because there is Krynic in that piece, even though I didn't stitch on it. So that wraps up March, and then, let me do stats for March really quickly. So I started March with 62 whips. I had one new start, which was American Wildflowers for my birthday. I had no finishes, so I ended the month with 63 whips, so upwards in direction. And I got a total of 80 hours of stitching. I didn't stitch at all when I was on my trip. I didn't even bring anything. I knew there wouldn't be time, and there wasn't. And so that was fine. So I missed a few days there and that sort of thing, but that's okay. Okay, so then April came around, and our 25/7 piece for April is, this is called Introductions, a Herschel and Lucy design by Stitching Mommy. And I did get confirmation from her that Herschel is the bird and Lucy is the ladybug. Her niece drew the picture, and Sarah from Stitching Mommy charted it. So I think it's really, really cute. We have a sale going on that we started last year with this. And this is for April's acrostic, which is apricot. This is the I in apricot for introductions. So this will be my 25/7 piece, and here is where I've gotten to. So I did this dark gray. I finished up. It was mostly done, but I had a little bit more to do. So I did finish up that, and this lighter or medium gray is now done. And so I'm just working my way into Herschel's little face there. This one is, it's not a big piece, but there's a lot of stitching, right? Like this bird, there's a lot of stitching in. This is going to be a lot of stitching. I might take this to a retreat I'm going to at the end of the month, because that might be some good fill-in, or like a Zoom call stitching. But this is on my year of whips to finish for this year. So I've got a ways to go, but it's so cute and it's so much fun to work on it. So we've been working on that. Then we also started in April Springo, which is a bingo game. I can't remember if I've explained it on here before or not. It's through the Magazine Monthly Challenge, which is a Facebook group that I co-run with my friend Robin. We have Bringo in January and AB Singo in September, and we decided this year we would start adding a third one, which is Springo. So Springo, it's a little bit different than our other bingo games, because there are 7 rows across times 5 rows down. I think I did explain this. And you assign, here's what my Springo board looks like right now. You assign a piece to each letter, and each letter could potentially be called 5 times. But there are 35 squares on here, and we're only doing 25 calls. So 10 of these will not be called. You can see and I randomly put my numbers on here. So each evening for the next day, I will call a number. I use a random number generator. So you can see how my board is shaping up. So I have 4 days done. This is the call for today that we did last night. So I have 2 in this row, 2 in this row, and will be, after I stitch on that, 2 in this column. So we'll see. I don't know. It'll be different. We'll see how it goes. But the first call, my first call was, I realized I wrote this out wrong, so I have to go to my cheat sheet, was Hummingbird Garden, and that was for the G in Springo. This is in the 2024 Just Cross Stitch magazine. It's a stitch along. So you get 1 row per month. I think the whole chart is out now, so you can just buy the chart. It is by Carolyn Manning. And a bunch of us are working on it. We started a sale last year when it came out. My goal is to finish this year, so this is on my year of whips. And I am on number 7, so I'm on this one right here. And the day that it was called, that I worked on it, I didn't get a whole lot done. I had to work late. This is April 1st, right? Yeah. I had to work late that day. I forgot about a talk I had to do, so I got home later than normal. And Jack was he's been very, very snuggly lately, especially since I've got home from my trip. And he just wasn't letting me stitch. So I got a little under 2 hours, which I only need 1 hour of stitching to mark it off my block, because that's the goal for the game, is 1 hour or 100 stitches. And usually I like to try to get 3 hours in, but we only got an hour. So that's where it is. All the green outline is done, so it should go a little bit faster now. So I'm hoping to finish number 7 this month. This one also is the C in apricot for Carolyn Manning. So that's where we got to. And so hopefully that one will be called, well, I know it was called, is that right? Is that the one? Yes. It was called Tonight for Today. So it will get its other second stitching session worked on. Apologies. I've been awake since 4:30. It is now 9:30. I just woke up and wasn't tired and could go back to sleep, so I just got up. But I think it's showing a little bit. My words are a little bit. So bear with me. But yes, so that will be worked on tonight as well. Okay, the next call was number 31, which is in O in Springo. And my O column is for Eggs All Around. O because it's round like a O by Glendon Place. I started this last year. I think Gary is almost done with it. Pretty sure. I got, this egg is mostly done. I don't know if you can see, there's some Krynic in there. Can you see the little glittery Krynic? That's in there. The open spaces are beads, which I'm going to do at the end. So all this open space are beads. So it's as done as it will be for now. And then I started on this kind of border or trim right here. So that's where I'm at. It doesn't look like much, but it does take a while to stitch it. I don't know why. Like, it's kind of block stitching, but it took me a while. So anyway, that's where we're at. So it's fun to have that first egg done and then be able to move on to the other eggs. Okay. So it's the O in Springo, and it also is the O in Apricot for the same reason, because it's O like around. Then on the 3rd, April 3rd, I called number 8, which is in the N column for me. And number in the N column for me is 'Tis the Season by Blackbird Designs. It is in this book, Home for the Holidays. And I'm stitching this for my mom. This is what it will look like when it's all done. And they have this in French, but they also have an English conversion that says 'Tis the season to be jolly. And I asked my mom, and she wanted, my mom does speak a little French, but she wanted it in English. So I'm done with the bird. I kind of started working out and over on this area right here. This is also on my WIPGO board and my Year of WIPs, because I do want to finish it this year. And I worked on it for March WIPGO, because I didn't do WIPGO in March because I was doing my birthday starts. So I am making up for it in April. So I think I did this leaf here, this vine all the way down, this leaf, this leaf. I did a couple of the white little snowflakes, and I did the word season. So we are getting there. 'Tis the Season is all done. So that's good. But yeah, so this was fun to work on. I'm hoping this will get called, you know, my WIPGO board is 3 hours. So it's 4 days times 3 hours each day. So it's 12 hours a month. So I'm hoping it gets called more than just the one time that it's been called so far. But we'll see. We'll just have to make up. There might be some making up to do after this month is over. We'll just have to see where the cards land. But that's 'Tis the Season by Blackbird Designs. Then last night, the call was number 27, and that is Beautiful Things. That's under I on Springo. And my I column is Beautiful Things by Lindy Stitches for the iron gate or fence here. This is on my Year of WIPs and on my WIPGO. So I worked on this last night. This is also a March WIPGO. It's also called an April WIPGO. So I have 8 days to make up for that, or to do for this. Even if every single one in that column gets called, that was still, which I don't know how likely that is, but that is still only 5 days. So I will have to make up, I'm sure, additional days in another month. But that's okay. Or maybe I'll finish it before then and I won't have to worry about it. But this is where we're at. So where I have the Q-snap is over here. So you can't see this part anymore. But I worked on this fence and I finished the word. I think I had F-U-L or maybe just the U-L in beautiful. But the problem is that I messed up over here and I'm trying not to rip it out. So I'm not doing any more words until I get this fence done. And then I'm going to start on the border and go up. And then I'm going to count over from the border because there's space in there to make up for whatever mistake I did. So I hope that makes sense. This is off. Beautiful is off because I don't know. Because this branch I did wrong. I don't want to rip it out. And I think it'll be fine. So you'll see over here, I still have the border to do and most of the words. So let me show it to you. And this one is the theme also for April. So our theme this month is growth because beautiful, it says, oh my darling, it's true. Beautiful things have dents and scratches too. And I think that's a good theme. And like I said, this is March Whip Go. So last night I did put in the U and L just to finish up that word. I don't know why. I didn't have the U and L in there. Anyway, that finished up that word. So I put in this area of the fence, this post, this area, this post, and I started on this last area. So really, the next time this comes out, which hopefully will be again this month, I will finish up this area and this post. That's my goal, and I should be able to do that and then start on this border. Now, the border is small, but I think there's a lot of color changes, so we'll see how that goes. But once I get this fence done, that's huge. I do feel like the rest of it will go faster because, you know, this is all done. This fence is nearly done, and then it's just the border and the words. So we're aiming for a finish on this one. Okay, so that is Beautiful Things, and that's my stitching. I guess I went faster than I thought. But that's my stitching for the past 2 weeks. It felt like a lot. I do have some haul to share with you, if you don't mind. I have a few birthday things to show you. I got this really cute card from my friend Anne. Felines, nothing more than feelings. Felines. I do know the song, Anne. She said, I hope you understand it. Young pup hasn't turned 50 yet. That's right, I haven't, but I do get the joke. So that's very sweet, and of course it's a kitty cat, which I love. And then I got this really cute, sweet card as well from Patty and her 2 kitties. Very cute, lovely message in there, and she wrote a lovely note for me, and she included this beautiful art calendar, 2025 art calendar. It's reproduced from originals painted by mouth and foot painting artists. So these artists, Canadian artists who painted pictures for this year's cards and calendars, and they have disabilities so that they have to paint either with their mouth or their feet, which is just, I mean, isn't that stunning? I am mouth painted. This is mouth painted by somebody named David Fleet. It is stunning. Here's February. Like, these pictures are just absolutely gorgeous. Here's March, birthday month. You know, you always check for your birthday month. Mouth painted. Okay, so here's April. Mouth painted by Leandros Arventakis. Look at that. Isn't that? I would stitch every single one of these. And it has a fun little stand. So I can set that up so that we can look at the rest of the month. I can sneak ahead, but I'm not going to show you a sneak ahead. So Patty and Piper and Patches, thank you so much for thinking of me. That is a really special calendar. And even after the year, I'm still going to save the pictures. So those were some birthday cards I got. I also got some birthday roses from a friend of mine. You can see there. And then my friend Andrea sent me a surprise package in the mail. I have never seen this chart before. This is Honora Corbett. It's called Kitty. And I love it. It is so cute. Sorry about the glare. Kitty getting into the ornaments. Does it say what year this is? 2025. Oh, it must be a new release. How fun. So not only did I get that, but I got this is Mackinac Fudge. This was bought from Garan. Mackinac Fudge, 32 count linen to stitch it on. Sorry about the glare. And I also got the bead pack. So there's only 3 beads here. So, oh, this is so cute. I just love it, love it, love it. I can't wait to start that. So thank you so much to my friend Andrea. And then this, I needed to share this with you. This is not cross stitch related. My Aunt Margie, I don't know if you watch Margie, but hi. I mentioned a while back, if you've been watching me for a while, at Christmas, my folks got me some watercolor paints because I've been wanting to dabble in watercolor. And when I was visiting my parents at Christmas in Colorado, my aunt was also there, and she and I we spent a few hours just watercolor painting together. My cousins, we just had fun with it. And so for my birthday, I get this big package in the mail from her when I got home from my trip, and inside was this box. This box was my grandfather's, whom sadly I don't remember him. He passed away when I was 2. This is his old, she explains it all in that letter. This is his old painting box that she sent to me. He used to do oil painting. I have one of his paintings somewhere. I need to pull it out because it really needs to be reframed. But, and so she sent it to me. She said, since you're starting to do watercolor, I thought you should have this. She had given this to a friend of hers who then gave it back to her. And she then sent it to me. I love this so much. This is so special to me. And I just love that my grandfather had it. And that he painted with it. And it really has inspired me to get back to practicing my watercoloring. Now, he was very talented. I am not talented at all. And I love that there's some residue in there and all that. But I just wanted to share that with you before I put my watercolors in there and put it in my craft room. And this is definitely going to be a treasured piece. And it makes me feel closer to my grandfather because I don't remember him. We do have pictures of us together. And there's one picture. I'll try to insert it here. There's one picture of me looking very adoringly at him. It's clear that I loved him very much. I'm just going to set that down gently. It's possible to miss somebody you don't necessarily remember. So thank you, Margie, for sending that to me. I truly am touched by that. And I sent her a text and everything and let her know. Okay, the other haul, when I was in Dallas, I went to Creative Stitches and Gifts. It is mostly a needlepoint shop, but they do have a small selection of cross stitch, and I felt like, well, I'm here, I might as well get something. So I picked up this Mill Hill Buttons and Beads Spring Series. I thought this is so pretty. It's called Waterfall. Waterfall? Yeah, sorry about the glare. Waterfall. Isn't that pretty? And of course, it's a Mill Hill kit, so look at these colors. Comes with everything. Look at those, kind of pastel-y, light spring colors and the floss. And the perforated paper comes with it. I don't know when I'm going to start it or anything, but I got that as my souvenir from Dallas, so that was fun. And then this also arrived, I had 2 things I ordered from Garan. One was this kit this was from Market, and it's so sweet. And I was watching Tammy from Woodland Stitching Studio last night. She also got this, and hers is completely done. She said she did it all in one night. This is a JBW Designs, A Sweet Springtime Songbird. and it's a limited edition kit. Isn't that sweet? And so the kit comes with the fabric, which you can see here. It's 36 count. Which I'll do my best. It comes with the fabric. This floss is for doing the cording around the edge. There's a little charm. You get the fabric. You just have to kit it up. It's you get ribbon, silverbird charm. You get a little board, backing board, and of course you get the piece to hang it on. I'm trying to see if DMC calls for DMC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 DMC colors. I think the kit was the limited edition thing, so I'm sure you could still get the chart, or soon we'll be able to get the chart. But I think this is just so cute and springy. So I'm very happy to have that. And then the other thing I got, which is Robin from Bird's Eye Stitches, it's all her fault. This is a lavender and lace chart called Little Wings, and I just think it's precious. She also has it. We talked about starting it together at the retreat we're going to, but I don't know if we really will. Sorry about the chart showing there. But that's that. So I got that to add to my stash. And then last but not least, we got another World of Cross Stitching. So this is the April issue. So I owe you 2 flip throughs, which I will do this weekend. I will have time to do it this weekend. And it came with a freebie bookmark kit of a little puffin. So that is everything for the haul. Very, very special. Okay, let's do giveaways. Let's talk about giveaways. I'm behind on sending them out. Okay. I should have time this weekend to send them out. Okay. So giveaways from last week. You all went nuts for these, actually. Let's start with the Celebrate chart. This is Celebrate Sampler by the Victoria Sampler. The winners, you can email me at czukstitch@gmail.com. It is always listed in the description box down below. The winner of this is the Wandering Unicorn. The Wandering Unicorn. So congratulations to you. Please email me your address, and I'm going to try to get things ready to ship tomorrow, Sunday, so that they can go out in the mail to you Monday morning. Then we had this Pins, Place Your Pins by Lucy Beam. A bunch of you wanted this. And the winner is Nanette Peters. Nanette Peters. I feel like I should have your address, but I couldn't find it. So can you please email me your address? I did check before, but I couldn't seem to find it. So congratulations to you. And then we have this piece of fabric. It's called Evening Sunset Fabric. It is a 28 count. And the winner of this one, you know her, you love her. Her name is Stitching Mommy. Sarah, you won this. And she made a comment about like, ooh, I could think of something 1/1 to stitch on that. And yes, we are looking forward to seeing what you stitch 1/1 on, what you stitch on this. So Sarah, I do have your address, so I will get that shipped out to you Monday morning. So congratulations to the winners. We do have some more giveaways. I did notice too, we're like 60 people away from hitting 7,000, which is astonishing. Okay, I have 4 giveaways because this first giveaway unfortunately has to be US only just because prices are so outrageous and this one is really heavy and thick. Right, it's really heavy. It is a Heaven and Earth Designs chart. It is large print, large format, which means it's the paper copy, right? That's why it's so heavy. And it's large format. So it should be fairly easy to see. This is Gardener's Paradise, artwork by Donna Gelsinger, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I love this so much. I think it's so pretty. This was given to me by Janet to keep or give away. It is 675 wide by 500 high, but you can do it. It's just 1 stitch at a time. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So if you would like to be entered to win this, again, US only, please say garden. Garden. Okay. Everything else open internationally. I'll ship it anywhere to you. So we still have 3 other ones. So this first one is from Sandy. She sent it to me to give away to you. This is called Christmas Cottage, designed by Brenda Gervais. And look at that. It's Santa with the crew socks. That's so cute. With the crew socks at the fireplace. This one is 146 wide by 160 high. But, I mean, a lot of that, right? Like, this house is not, it's not filled in, right? You're just doing the outline. The filled in is the Santa and the fireplace is probably the most stitching. It calls for Weeks Dye Works and Gas and Classic Color Works. I don't know if there's a DMC conversion, but you could certainly do it. Anyway, say cottage if you would like to stitch this. Cottage. Okay. Next one, also open internationally. This is called Autumn Stained Glass by Imaginating. A little while ago, we gave away the Spring Stained Glass. So this is another one in the series. This is from Janet, who sent it to me to give away. And if you would like to be entered to win this, say Autumn. This one is DMC, called for. I'm looking for the stitch count. I'm not seeing the stitch count. $138 high by $183 wide. So there you go. So say Autumn. And the last one, also open internationally. This is Lynette sent this to me. I love this one. I love it so much. I already have it, which is why I'm giving it away. So Lynette, thank you so much for sending this. I would have kept it if I didn't already have it. So I'd like it to go to one of you. So if you would like to win this, say Winter. And maybe we can start it sometime together. But say Winter. This one is 161 wide by 105 high. It calls for Gloriana, but she does give a DMC conversion. So Winter for that one. So those are our giveaways. And let's talk a little bit. Oh, make sure you don't say free or giveaway or anything like that to attract the trolls. Okay, let's talk about plans. So my plans are I'll continue 25/7 with introductions by Stitching Mommy. Like I said before, the call for tonight is Hummingbird Garden. So hopefully I'll get a good stitching session on that piece tonight. And then we'll continue with Spring Go. So after that, I don't really know what I'll be stitching on, but that's part of the fun. I do want to bring up one thing. Now, we're in April. And in May, Candy from the 614 Stitcher, every May she hosts a mental health care SAL for the month of May. It's hashtag mental health care SAL. And she brings awareness to kind of destigmatizing mental health. And so she encourages you to pick a whip or do a new start that is somehow mental health related. I'm debating between two. So I picked two. Both are by Hello from Liz Matthews. And I'm debating between two. So I have one is After the Rain. I love this one so much. I would change the colors to brighten them up. I want them to be really, really bright. I would use the same color palette, but just kind of a brighter version of it. So this is one option I have. And I thought After the Rain, this is the one I'm leaning towards. After the Rain, because I just thought that's a good kind of mental health, right? Like you see a rainbow, hang in there, right? Things get better, that sort of thing. The other one I'm thinking of, and this has been in my stash for a while, and I just really like it, is called Gifts from My Garden, also by Hello by Liz Matthews. And just because flowers make me happy. They just bring me joy and they bring me happiness. I mean, I'm not great at keeping them alive, as you well know, but I do love them. So I'm also thinking about this. So let me know what you think. And if you have one of these and we want to do a stitch along in May for mental health care SAL, let me know. But be thinking about what, if you want to join us, whether it's that particular chart or something else. I just wanted to get the word out that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Candy, the 614 Stitcher, go check her out. I'll link her down below. She always does a really nice job of bringing awareness to mental health and giving us a lot of facts and that sort of thing. So go support her on that. Let me know what you think. after the rain, gifts from my garden, let me know. And that's everything I have. I will be back next week, so I hope you have a great week. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye.